Ready? Ready? Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Call the meeting to order. Dr. Deegan, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Deegan. Please call the roll.
Ms. John?
Here.
Mr. Sherem?
Here.
Dr. Bridges?
Here.
Mr. Jester?
Here.
Ms. Romeo? Colonel Waters?
Dr. Deegan, do we have any special guests or special recognition?
No special guests.
Architect's report,
No architect's report.
departmental report.
No, we have no special visitors for the departmental report, but the board does have the yellow departmental report that I provided. Won't have any comments unless the board has any questions.
I don't know what that is. What is it
Oh.
on? Okay, it's on the operations, okay. Your report, Dr. Deegan?
Under my report, the first item, item A, is an information item, and before we begin, I do remind you that that we do have this contract in the consent agenda. Consultant Dr. JoAnn Pierce, Aspire hire regarding district strategic planning. And for that, I'll ask Dr. Pierce to come to the podium. Let's see if the board has any further questions or information.
Madam President. Hello. Board members, Dr. Deacon. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited that you have done your due diligence. I've seen people checking me out on LinkedIn. I've seen people checking out on my website and had visits with board members, and I appreciate a board who takes such attentiveness for the children of their district. And in the meantime, I've kind of been checking you out. So what I would like to share is just a brief synopsis of what direction, should you choose to go there, I have for you. First of all, strategic planning is busy work, and it often results in wonderful things if the document is used well and the preliminary planning has good follow-through and good data. So I've made a little short list of just some things to kind of think about. First, reflect back on what has made an impact in the past and learn from those experiences. Look at the day-to-day issues and try to see the big picture for the future. Listen to and build better relationships with every stakeholder that you come in contact with. Build the teamwork and expertise among the staff, and everyone begin to collaborate. Bring coherence to different projects and parts of the organization, ensuring that everyone continually pulls together. Prioritize where to focus our energies and resources in the future to maximize the potential for achieving your mission. So those are my words to you, and I challenge you to go forth, whatever your decision is, and make good decisions for the children of Lawton Public Schools. Are there any questions?
What would be your first step?
Well, I like to get some things on paper, so I would like to talk to Dr. Deacon and any of the board members who are interested about a SWOT analysis, which goes in and looks at your strengths and your weaknesses and puts it kind of in perspective, where we have good data from a lot of different people. So usually a SWOT analysis is in writing. So that would be one of my first steps. And just create a good relationship building with all of the stakeholders, parents, community, students, teachers. We all work together, so we all have to be on the same page and keep student achievement at the forefront. It's the most important thing.
As part of what you would do in leading these meetings and gathering data, at the end, you would compile the data and help it to paint a picture.
Right. And that data could come in several different forms. There's lots of options that I can do. And I hate to tell you exactly how I will do it, because I have to let the data feed me. I wish I could give you some silver bullet that would just answer all your questions and we could all go away, but until I have that data and exactly what it tells us, then I'll present it to you in the very best fashion that I can, so that we will all be on that same page.
Dr. Pierce, what type of a time frame would you be looking at, like from start to finish?
Well,
And I know that that's going to vary a little bit, but
it
can
is
you
going
kind
to
of give
vary,
us an
but
idea?
I tell you what I have done. I've sort of, just in case, made this kind of a priority because it's going to involve a little bit of travel. It's going to involve some preliminary relationship building with people. So I hope that each time we can get it done in just one meeting, and we're looking at probably, I want to say 10 to 12 meetings, and maybe we can double up on those, but I'll need some direction from you and from Dr. Deacon, because you know your community better than I do. I know a lot about it, I've been studying, but you know it best because you're serving those students, and you know and have more data than I do at this point. So, does that answer your question? Okay. Thank you.
What type of cost are you thinking the district will incur from this?
Well, I'm probably not going to get rich. I'm going to work hard for each dollar and do it as diligently and quickly as I can so that the cost will not be great for you. In fact, I've already given you a reduced rate so that I've traveled a lot of places outside Oklahoma, but I attended the COSA convention last time in the fall because, frankly, I want to do more business in Oklahoma because flying to and from and all of these things has gotten a little bit uncomfortable, as you well know, due to things that are going on. And so to get into Oklahoma and work there would be really good for me and good for you. So that's my whole purpose, is to get out in Oklahoma now. And frankly, I have to be honest with you, and I've been honest with Dr. Deacon, a lot of states have been way ahead of us in strategic planning, in professional learning communities, and a lot of the things that I have done work in, and Oklahoma is just now really grasping some of that. So while some random places have done well with that, a lot of people have written a strategic plan and it laid on the shelf. And that's not why you write a strategic plan. A strategic plan is a live document, and it's something that you hold in front of you and you stick to the plan. So, you know, to do the groundwork for that is very important, and then to keep that work alive will be up to you and to Dr. Deacon.
Can you ballpark the cost for us?
Well, I'm thinking every time I come, it's about $250. So if it's 10 or 12 times, let's just say 10 times. So there you go. That would be the cost.
Okay.
And I personally would be prepared for it to be 15 times if it were necessary.
I absolutely agree.
Wouldn't be a problem with that for me.
I appreciate that. Are there any other questions?
Any other questions? Okay.
Well, I did talk to a couple of board members about my strengths, and when you're a consultant, every job is different. And so I want you to keep in mind not what jobs I've done, because they're different, but I want you to keep my strengths, and I'll be working on helping you discover your strengths more in this process. So today, I just across the board brought this to you so you can keep that in mind. And if you'll just look at it quickly, most people do not score in all four areas: executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. And I have a personal coach. Just like everybody needs someone that listens to him and guides them, if you're willing to learn all of the time, then you're a better teacher helping others learn. So those are the areas across the domains of leadership. And I'm told that, and I challenge you to let me give you this Clifton Strengths Finder test, that it's very hard for people to score in all 4 domains. So, anyway, that's a plus for you. Okay, thank you very much.
And of course, you are welcome to stay, or you're welcome to go if you need to. Okay.
I don't want to build up the ranks.
Item B.
Item B is consideration and action regarding proposed revisions to policy EHBDA, Advanced Placement Program. And this changes the fee structure we charge for advanced placement tests.
Any questions? Entertain a motion?
I move for approval.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo? Yes. Mr. Sharam?
Yes.
Dr. Bridges?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes. Item C.
Item C is just information item for the update of the 2014 bond fund. The major issue that we find on there is if you look at the line for equipment instructional maintenance, $22,000, those POs have started to roll in finally, and over the next month or two, we've started receiving the items the teachers have ordered with their individual bond committees at their sites. So that has finally started to grow as we've started to pay for things. Of course, in public schools, we can't pay for it until we actually receive it, so it's moving along very nicely. Any questions about the bond update? And on the sales tax update, I've gotten a schedule from the architect on Eisenhower High School. They'll be moving around to the front of the building sometime in January or February, depending on how the weather cooperates. So, a lot of
Eisenhower High School or
preparation.
Eisenhower Middle School?
Eisenhower High School.
High
yeah.
school. So this
I
is the
apologize.
windows?
Yes.
Okay.
And so, any
So they do have some of those in the backside of the building?
they're still in the preparation stage.
Oh, okay.
Preparation took a lot longer than I thought. So I asked for a schedule, so I've got a construction schedule for all the way through, I think it goes all the way through the spring, so they've kind of anticipated where they'll be, so.
Do you have a superintendent announcement?
I just have three quick things in the news. One, just Ridgecrest Elementary, I don't know if y'all caught it in the news, but our NFL, a former NFL player, Cecil Martin Chase, he visited Ridgecrest. He had played with the Jaguars, the Giants, and the New Orleans Saints, and he just wanted to speak to the kids. He was just wanted to pay back the inspiration that he had received from his teachers. He wanted to give that back to the students. So I think it's great when we have people in Lawton who can do that sort of thing. Also, the Eisenhower High School Junior ROTC cadets were at the Country Mart, and this made the paper as well, and they're having their food drive. And also, we had a mock trial of the reindeer, of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and that was from 14 volunteers from Teen Court, and Teen Court's an incredible partner. They have teams that actually try other teams when they get into minor problems in the community. They tried the other reindeer for picking on Rudolph, but they did that at Almore West, so there's a very valuable exercise. But the Teen Court, I've heard just incredible things about them. But those are three groups that have been in the news lately. I thought we'd highlight them, but other than that, I don't have any more announcements.
We have to thank one of our judges for the teen court.
Yes.
I have a lot of respect for that particular individual.
It's a good program.
It is.
Does anyone have anything they need to pull from the consent agenda? No?
There is the addition, or the correction before the board that actually moves, just a note, MacArthur High School PTSA has achieved their accreditation requirements, so I'm moving up to the recommend column. So that change, other than
We
that,
need to add this in our motion.
yeah, with the
Make a
changes.
motion that we accept the consent agenda with the revised version of the sanctioning application.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Dr. Bridges?
Yes.
Mr. Sharam?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes. All right. I believe we need an executive session.
Yes.
Make a motion, we go into executive session.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Jester?
Yes.
Mr. Sharon?
Yes.
Ms. Romeo?
Yes.
Ms. John?
Yes, sorry.
Yes.